Hey guys, and welcome back to the Isuzu NPR box truck build series. So on today's video, I'm going to do some ramp safety upgrades to the box truck, but I want to show you on the mow and go ramp what the actual problem is. So these ramps are expanded metal, they're very strong, but the problem is they can get extremely slippery when they're either wet or your shoes are wet. So I can't tell you how many times before I put this non-slip grip tape on here, how many times I have fallen on this ramp. Usually it's after I get the blower, I'm coming down, and the very last step, I'll slip and that's it, falling. And I have really good balance. I've never gotten hurt, thank the Lord, but I want to show you the problem. Now this stuff works absolutely phenomenal. However, when you stick it directly to the expanded metal, because the total surface area of what's sticking, most of it is open space, right? You just have these little areas right here. Over time, the tape will, from the heat and the sun and the dust and all that, will slough off. So because this is a constant, I'm gonna say constant, maybe once a year I have to take the tape off, and you can see it's sloughing off. What I need to do is I need to take this right here and I need to cover this with something, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, which is different on the box truck ramp than I'm doing here. Alright, so instead of sticking the grip tape directly to this expanded metal, as I showed you before, what I did was I took some 1/4-inch plywood I got from Home Depot. I cut it to the specified width and length that I needed it. I've drilled 4 holes in the ends, and I'm going to connect it to the ramp with some 1/4-inch basically machine screws with some washers and bolts. That'll keep this from moving and going anywhere. And then I will go ahead and apply the grip tape to this, and this will give me 100% of the surface area. I painted this with the Rust-Oleum oil-based flat black paint just to seal it, keep it from deteriorating. But this entire piece is going to be covered with the grip tape, as will the entire piece there. Now obviously this is going to go on that side like this, because I'm not doing the entire ramp. It'll go like that, and then the other ramp right here will have the same thing on that side. So I'll have a huge strip. That way the mower, when it goes up and down, and will be able to, wheels will be able to grip it. And of course, when you walk up and down the ramp, you're not going to slip. There's no way. Now this expanded metal is just a slight bit different than what's on the mow and go. This is super heavy duty, and it actually is not perfectly flat. It does, it's got little tabs on it, or little bumps on it, and this is not as slippery as the stuff that's on the mow and go, but it's still, you have to be careful because this ramp is fairly steep, and when it's wet, it's just, trust me, you don't want to fall. So anyway, I'm going to show you guys the hardware that I'm going to be using, how I'm going to attach it to the ramp itself. Alright, so I'm just using 1-inch long, 1/4-inch Phillips flathead machine screw with a nut and a fender washer, and I'm just going to, I kind of got this pretty much where I want it. I also painted inside the holes to seal it. So just get this in there like that. Let me get another one. All right, so I'm just putting the screws, fender washers, and nuts in each of the 4 holes. I found that just putting them on the corners where they'll fit with the underside is just fine. All right, so you saw I was struggling with this side right here a little bit. The reason is because I wasn't paying attention, and when I laid this whole pattern out, I had the boards over here. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, they need to both be in the center. And because there's a plate under here, I had this one staggered up, so anyway, it worked out with the handy wrench. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this roll of this is the grip tape. It's got an adhesive back to it, and I'm just going to basically get me a length and roll it out here. So that was a stupid move. I don't know why I thought that was going to stay there. I heard it, rolled right in the street. Didn't hurt it, but let me roll this back up. All right, so you know, I'm gonna leave that in the video. Okay, so when I'm backing, just peels away like that. So I'm just pulling it just a little tight to make sure I got it lined up. I'm trying to line this up. I can see the edge as best I can. Each of these pieces of plywood are 24 inches wide. It takes 4 of these 6-inch strips to cover it from side to side, and I'm doing the same for all the pieces to get a nice, tight, and professional appearance. All right, so here I am putting the other side on. I actually ran out of fender washers. That's why you don't see me putting on the bottom portion on the passenger side, but I'm doing the exact same thing I did to the other ones, making sure everything's nice and flat. And now I'm going to run the mower up and down to get it adhered really tight. All right, so it's the next day, and I just need to do a little trimming here, but I ran out of the fender washers, so that's why I didn't finish this yesterday. But anyway, so I ran the mower up and down, as you saw in the video, to get this solidified, and this is not going to come off at all. They tell you in the directions when you use this kind of stuff to do it with a rubber roller. Well, I used the 800-pound rubber roller, the mower. But I can unequivocally tell you that this is if you have ramps, whether it's a box truck or, doesn't matter. These things, when they get slippery, are so dangerous. And this is really steep. It's a 9-foot ramp. It's steeper than on the mow and go, but you'll never slip. I can't say enough about this. I now would recommend that if you're going to put this on your ramp, whatever ramp you have, use a thin piece of plywood. You could actually even use an 1/8 inch if you wanted, but a 1/4 inch is really light. Just paint it, bolt it to the ramp like that, and it adds almost no weight. You can't feel it. And it's going to prevent this from sloughing off like this. Now I'm sure eventually the sun is going to degrade it, but that's okay, because if you use a good oil-based paint and paint all the sides, the corners, everything, even when you drill the holes for the bolts, paint inside there and let it dry, that plywood's going to last a long time. And that's not even I didn't even use pressure treated because I wanted to keep the weight down. So anyway, I'm very excited about that. I'm almost done with the inside, and I've got more videos to do, but everything's coming along really good. So with that being said, guys, I will talk to you on the next video.